Yo, what is going on? Think you know who the richest country in the world is? Hold up, because your answer is probably wrong. We are not just talking about which economy yells the loudest or has the biggest military budget. We are talking about cold, hard cash in the pockets of regular folks. In 2026, the data flipped the script. France and Germany did not even make the cut. Here is the definitive, fact-based list of the top 10 richest countries in the world for 2026. By the end, you will know why your favorite superpower got bumped down. We are using the latest 2026 prosperity data that measures actual living standards, healthcare, education, safety, and income equality, not just raw GDP. This is the real picture of who is actually wealthy, not just who has the biggest economy. Number 10, Sweden. Now look, Sweden gets called expensive, boring, and dark. And yeah, the winters are long and the taxes are high. But here is the deal for 2026. Sweden is the stealth bomber of wealth. Most people focus on Switzerland or Singapore, but the Swedes have been quietly building a middle class that would make an American millionaire jealous. According to the latest prosperity rankings, Sweden scores a 54.62, which puts them in the top 10. But that score hides the real magic. The magic is called the Nordic model. You pay high taxes, sure, but you get excellent value back. We are talking free university where the government actually pays you a grant to attend. We are talking healthcare that costs you very little. We are talking parental leave that gives you over a year off. And dads get 3 months just for themselves. For 2026, Sweden is a top choice for families who want stability and innovation. This is the country that gave us Spotify, Skype, and Volvo. The startup culture is strong. Sweden ranks top 3 in Europe for unicorns per capita. That means many young Swedes are building wealth through tech, but the gap between the rich and everyone else is small. The average worker has 5 weeks of paid vacation by law. The internet is fast everywhere, even in remote Arctic villages. The downside, getting a table at a restaurant in Stockholm on a Saturday night is tough without a reservation, and the darkness in winter can be tough if you are from Florida. But the Swedes solve that with fika, their daily coffee and pastry break that is basically a national tradition. For 2026, Sweden proves you do not need oil or Wall Street to be wealthy. You just need a smart, educated population and good governance. Number 9, Belgium. Do not sleep on Belgium. Seriously. Most Americans think of waffles, chocolate, and that famous statue of a little boy. But here is the deal for 2026. Belgium is an economic heavyweight hiding in plain sight. According to the latest prosperity data, Belgium scores a 54.83, edging out Sweden by a small margin. How does a country smaller than Maryland pull this off? 2 words, Port of Antwerp. This is the second largest port in Europe, and it is a major hub for global trade. We are talking chemicals, oil, container shipping, diamonds, and more. Much of what comes into Europe passes through Belgium. But that is not the only advantage. Brussels is the de facto capital of the European Union. Having thousands of lobbyists, diplomats, and politicians based there adds billions to the local economy. These folks need housing, restaurants, security, and transport, and they pay well. According to recent Eurostat data, Belgium has one of the most balanced income distributions in Western Europe. That means the gap between the rich and the poor is smaller compared to neighbors like France or Germany. The average Belgian has a solid standard of living, access to good education, and a social safety net. The GDP per capita measured at purchasing power parity is around $78,607. That is impressive for a country that flies under the radar. The downside? Belgium has 3 official languages, Dutch, French, and German. Navigating paperwork can be confusing. Also, the weather is often cloudy. But the beer culture is UNESCO recognized, and the fries are legitimately the best in the world. For 2026, Belgium is proof that you do not need to be famous to be wealthy. They move goods, host international organizations, and live well quietly. Number 8, Netherlands. The Dutch have been masters of commerce for centuries, and 2026 is no different. According to the latest Prosperity Index, the Netherlands scores a 58.17, putting them comfortably in the top 10. This is a country that literally built itself out of the sea. And if you can do that, you can definitely build a strong economy. The port of Rotterdam is the largest port in Europe, handling hundreds of millions of tons of cargo every year. Everything coming into Europe, like oil, electronics, and clothes, often passes through Dutch soil first. But here is where it gets interesting for 2026. The Netherlands is home to ASML, a critical tech company you may not have heard of. ASML makes the machines that make computer chips. Without them, there are no iPhones, no AI, and no advanced electronics. That gives the Netherlands a major economic advantage. Their GDP per capita measured at purchasing power parity is around $87,773, which is substantial. But the prosperity rankings love the Netherlands because they combine high wealth with low inequality and excellent infrastructure. The Dutch work fewer hours than almost any other developed nation, yet they produce more value per hour. Biking is a lifestyle here. Trains run on time. The digital government works well. For 2026, the Netherlands is a great choice for remote workers and families who want work-life balance without sacrificing career growth. The downside? Finding housing in Amsterdam is challenging. A one-bedroom apartment can cost €2,000 a month, and you will be competing with many others. Also, the Dutch are very direct. If you ask for an honest opinion, they will give it. That can be surprising for Americans used to polite small talk, but once you get used to it, it is refreshing. For 2026, the Netherlands shows that you can have both a strong economy and a strong social support system. Number 7. Denmark. If Sweden is the cool older brother, Denmark is the one who runs the family business. According to the latest prosperity data, Denmark scores a 65.78, which is a significant jump from the Netherlands. Denmark consistently ranks as one of the happiest countries on earth, but happiness is not just about good feelings. It is about financial security and stability. Denmark has a system called flexicurity, which combines flexible hiring and firing laws with strong social security. Companies can adjust their workforce, but the government provides substantial unemployment benefits and retraining programs. This might sound risky to Americans, but it actually makes the economy very dynamic. People are not afraid to change jobs because the safety net is strong. On the wealth side, Denmark is home to Novo Nordisk, the pharmaceutical company that makes Ozempic and Wegovy. This company has added hundreds of billions to Denmark's economy because of global demand for their products. Their GDP per capita measured at purchasing power parity is around $89,667. But what pushes Denmark high on the prosperity list is how that wealth is shared. The difference between executive pay and worker pay is much smaller than in the United States. A cleaner has health care, paid vacation, weeks of maternity leave, and a pension. That is real wealth. For 2026, Denmark is ideal for anyone who wants a good job without the extreme stress of American hustle culture. The downside? The weather is gray, windy, and rainy for months. Also, Danish is famously hard to learn. Even after years of lessons, Danes will switch to English when they hear your accent, which is helpful but can be frustrating. And the traditional food is simple, but the social trust is remarkable. People leave babies in strollers outside cafes while they go inside. That level of trust makes society run smoothly. For 2026, Denmark proves that being rich is not about hoarding gold, but about building a system where everyone benefits. Number 6. Singapore. Coming in at number 6, and the only Asian country on this list, is Singapore. According to the latest prosperity rankings, Singapore scores a 66.43. This tiny island city-state has an incredible underdog story. They became independent in 1965 with no natural resources, limited fresh water, and a developing economy. Today, they are a global hub. Singapore's success comes from geography and smart policy. They sit at the tip of the Malacca Strait, one of the busiest shipping lanes on Earth. China, India, and Japan all send ships through here. Singapore built a top-tier port, airport, and banking system, and they benefit from the flow of trade. Their GDP per capita measured at purchasing power parity is around $173,708, which is higher than the United States. However, there is a catch. Singapore ranks 6th on the prosperity list, not first, because the cost of living is very high. Cars cost several times what they cost in America. A standard car can cost over $100,000 due to government permits. Housing is also expensive, but the government addressed this with public housing. Over 80% of Singaporeans live in government-built flats that are nice, affordable, and well-maintained. For 2026, Singapore is a great fit for high earners and entrepreneurs. Tax rates are low, laws are predictable, and infrastructure is excellent. The downside? The government has many rules. No chewing gum in public, no durian fruit on the subway, no jaywalking. Drug offenses carry severe penalties. It is a clean, efficient, orderly place where you follow the rules. Also, the humidity is intense. You will sweat quickly. But for 2026, Singapore remains a well-managed, prosperous nation that sets a high standard. Number 5. Iceland. Who would have thought that an island in the North Atlantic with a population smaller than Staten Island would be the 5th richest country on Earth? According to the latest prosperity data, Iceland scores a 72.23. Iceland has made an impressive comeback. Many remember 2008 when Iceland's banking sector faced a major crisis, but they took a different approach. They let the banks restructure and focused on rebuilding from scratch. Today, they are thriving. Iceland runs almost entirely on renewable energy, hydro, and geothermal. That means low-cost electricity. They use that power to attract aluminum smelters and data centers. But a major wealth driver in recent years has been tourism. Iceland became a popular destination on social media. People saw the volcanoes, the northern lights, and the blue lagoons, and they visited in large numbers. Tourism brought in billions. Their GDP per capita measured at purchasing power parity is around $82,730. But the Prosperity Index values Iceland for their social cohesion. They have low income inequality, strong gender equality, and a reliable social safety net. Icelanders have high trust in each other and in their government, which helps the economy run smoothly. For 2026, Iceland is excellent for anyone who wants adventure and safety together. The downside, the cost of living is high because many goods are imported. A beer at a bar costs around $12. A pizza can cost $30. The weather changes quickly, and in winter, daylight is very limited. But the people are friendly, the landscapes are stunning, and the community spirit is strong. Also, many Icelanders enjoy folklore about elves, but that does not stop them from running a modern economy. For 2026, Iceland is proof that a country can face a major setback, rebuild wisely, and become wealthier than before. Number 4. Switzerland. Switzerland is a long-time leader in wealth, and according to the latest prosperity rankings, they score a 72.46. For centuries, this small, landlocked country has stayed out of major conflicts and built a strong financial sector. Their approach combines neutrality with precision. Switzerland remained neutral during both world wars. While much of Europe faced destruction, Switzerland developed its industries and financial infrastructure. That historical stability made it a trusted place for wealth management. The Swiss banking system manages trillions of dollars for clients worldwide. But banking is not the only strength. Switzerland is home to Nestlé, the largest food company on Earth. They have major pharmaceutical companies like Novartis and Roche. They produce machinery, luxury watches, and chemicals. Their GDP per capita measured at purchasing power parity is about $105,680. That is among the highest in the world. But the prosperity list gives them a 72.46, not a 77, because the cost of living is extremely high. A burger and fries in Zurich can cost around $20. Childcare is very expensive. For 2026, Switzerland is ideal for high net worth individuals and finance professionals. The downside? The Swiss can be reserved. Making close local friends may take time. Also, everything costs more. A simple doctor visit can be expensive before insurance, but the quality of life is outstanding. Trains run on precise schedules. The natural environment is clean and beautiful. Crime rates are very low. For 2026, Switzerland is the wealthy, quiet neighbor that stays out of trouble and manages its affairs exceptionally well. Number 3. Luxembourg. Luxembourg is a unique case, and according to the latest prosperity data, they score a 74.39. This small country between Belgium, France, and Germany has a population of just 650,000 people. That is smaller than many mid-sized American cities, yet they are the 3rd richest country on the planet. How? Financial services. Luxembourg has built a reputation as a favorable location for investment funds. Over 4,000 investment funds are registered there. Major American companies like Amazon and Google route some of their European operations through Luxembourg. That flow of money supports the government's budget significantly. Their GDP per capita measured at purchasing power parity is around $156,719. To put that in perspective, the average person in Luxembourg produces nearly 3 times the economic value of the average American. But there is an important detail. Many workers actually live in France, Belgium, or Germany and commute into Luxembourg. So the high GDP per capita figure is influenced by money flowing in from across borders. Even so, the Prosperity Index rates Luxembourg highly because residents enjoy excellent public services. Public transport is completely free. Healthcare is high quality. The country is very safe. For 2026, Luxembourg is a strong choice for finance professionals and EU officials. The downside? It can be quiet. Nightlife is limited. The locals are polite but may not be immediately warm. Many people travel to nearby cities for weekend activities, but the public services are fantastic. Luxembourg is like the quiet, steady millionaire who owns valuable assets and lives comfortably without flashy displays. Number 2. Ireland. If you blinked, you might have missed Ireland's economic transformation. According to the latest prosperity rankings, Ireland scores a 75.06 30 years ago. Ireland faced high unemployment and poverty. Today, they are the second richest country in the world. What changed? Corporate tax policy. Ireland set its corporate tax rate low, historically around 12.5%, which attracted many multinational companies. Apple, Google, Microsoft, and Pfizer all established their European headquarters in Dublin. The resulting flow of investment has been substantial. Their GDP per capita measured at purchasing power parity is around $159,129, nearly double that of the United States. However, there is an important nuance, and the prosperity data accounts for it. The GDP number is influenced by how global companies book their profits. For example, an American company selling products worldwide might record those profits in Ireland. That money appears in Ireland's GDP, but does not all go directly to Irish residents. This is sometimes called leprechaun economics. Even with that adjustment, Ireland has made genuine progress. Unemployment is low. Wages have increased. Dublin is a thriving European capital. For 2026, Ireland is a great destination for tech workers and young professionals. The downside? Housing is expensive and supply is limited in Dublin. The weather is often gray and rainy. The public healthcare system, while available, can have long waiting lists. But the Irish people are known for being friendly and humorous. The pub culture is welcoming. And the job market is strong for skilled workers. For 2026, Ireland is like someone who made smart financial decisions and is now enjoying the results. Number 1. Norway. And the number 1 richest country in the world in 2026 is Norway, with a prosperity score of 77.65, according to the latest data. This is not a fluke. Norway has managed its wealth carefully for decades, and they have done it in a smart way. Norway is an oil-producing nation, but unlike some other oil-rich countries, Norway did not spend all the revenue quickly. In the 1990s, Norway recognized that oil reserves would eventually decline, so they created the Norwegian Government Pension Fund Global, often called the Oil Fund. Every time Norway sold oil, they took the profits and invested them in stocks, bonds, and real estate around the world. Today, that fund is worth over $1.6 trillion. That is over $300,000 for every person in Norway. They own about 1.5% of all global stocks, including shares in major companies like Apple and Amazon. So even when oil production decreases, Norway continues to benefit from the global economy. Their GDP per capita measured at purchasing power parity is around $115,548, and their gross national income is among the highest worldwide. But the prosperity rankings value Norway for how they use that wealth. They offer free university education, and students even receive grants. They have high-quality healthcare. Their prison system focuses on rehabilitation. Infrastructure is excellent. Income inequality is low, and poverty is rare. For 2026, Norway is ideal for anyone seeking a high standard of living, access to nature, and security. The downside, the cost of living is high. A meal out can cost $50. Winters are dark and cold. The Norwegian language can be challenging to learn, but society functions smoothly. Trust in institutions is high. The fjords are stunning. For 2026, Norway is not just wealthy in dollars. They are wealthy in health, education, fairness, and quality of life. That is the full package. So there you have it. It is not always about who has the biggest military or the loudest media presence. Sometimes it is the quieter countries with smart financial planning and strong social systems that come out on top. Norway took the crown because they invested their oil revenue wisely for the long term. If you learned something today, hit that like button and subscribe for more data-driven content. Drop a comment. Would you trade sunny weather for Norway's wealth and stability, or do you prefer Singapore's urban energy? See you in the next video. Peace.